Right, if I asked you, what's your blood pressure? Would you know what your blood pressure readings are? And if you did know what they were, would you know whether they were good or bad? And would you know what and when to do anything about it? Well, I've got a device here that will help answer those questions very easily, very effectively. It's the Bluetooth connected blood pressure monitor by Withings. Here it is. It comes as a unit just on its own. You've got a start and stop button at the top. You've got a battery compartment at the bottom. It takes 4 AAAs. It's Velcro enabled, and it's got a very flexible cuff size from massive to small. My 10-year-old daughter can use this, and then I use it myself, obviously, and it makes an effective reading device. First of all, about blood pressure. Why would you measure your blood pressure? Well, you take readings maybe once a month at least, because it's a good indicator of your general overall health, and variations in blood pressure can point to other things that are going on in your body, in your life, that need addressing, that you may need to go and see a doctor about. So it's very good to measure your blood pressure maybe once a month, and if you do find a problem, then once a week and even once a day. And this kind of device just makes that very simple, because there are no cables, you don't have to write anything down. It all connects to the Withings mobile app, which is available for Android and iOS. And basically, it's a very good app. You'll see a review I did, if you want to, on the Withings Body Cardio Scales, which also connects to the same app and brings all of that health detail together, and then combines it and gives you really good analytics about your whole body and your whole health, and that's quite good. So when would you take your blood pressure? Well, they say you need to be relaxed, you need to be comfortable, you need to have not eaten for a good couple of hours, you need to have not had any coffee for that kind of time. So an ideal time might be just before you go to bed. Another time might be when you wake up in the morning, just before you get up, turn around in your bed, sit on your bed, and maybe take your blood pressure at that point. Sorry, your blood pressure at that point. I was going to say your heart rate, but it also calculates and measures your beats per minute as well, so that's quite useful. And how do you do it? Well, you need to be sat up. You need to have your arm parallel with your chest and resting in that kind of a position. So if you've got a bedside cupboard, you could put it on your bedside cupboard. If not, I sit up and rest it on something on my leg, etc., like that. Having connected it to your Bluetooth phone, of course, and downloaded the Withings app, you then take it out, and positioning wise, you want it kind of on your bicep, if you like, just on your bicep, just about there, coming down to the bottom of your arm. App keeps going off, or phone keeps shutting down, and I'll show you how it works. You pop it on like that. In fact, it's as easy as pie, because once you've popped the Velcro on like that, all you've got to do is press the button, little button on the top, a little light engages, and it actually connects. Obviously, it's connected to your app. It tells your app that you're waiting to take your blood pressure, at which point a screen comes up, gives you options of what you want to do. Do you just want to take your blood pressure now, or do you want to choose 3 readings with an interval between 30 seconds and 2 minutes between each, so you get a good average? Well, you might say, I want to do it now. So you'd press the Now button, at which point you'll feel the arm strap beginning to fill with air, and that's how it tests your blood pressure and your heart rate. And if you've not done that before, it can be a little bit disturbing. Of course it can, but actually it's not doing anything harmful to you. It's building up to a set level of pressure, and it'll keep filling until it gets to that level of pressure, and it slowly releases that as it's taking the measurements for you. And then after a short moment of time, it'll have done its work, it'll just breathe out, let those things go. It switches itself off. Of course, if you set it to do multiple readings, it'll carry on doing those multiple readings. Otherwise, off you pop, and it's done. So that's the Withings Bluetooth connected heart rate monitor. It then sends those heart rate and blood pressure monitor. It sends those details up to the cloud, and they're always there on your Withings app. Perfectly secure, unless you want to share them with other people who are on your app, or unless you want to share them with friends and family via other means, or there's a facility to share it with your physician. Now, I don't know if your physician enables you to do that, mine doesn't, but there is that facility there if he or she enables you to do that. Now that compares with the oldie-fashioned type stuff, Nothing wrong with these at all. These sorts of things you get from Lloyd's Pharmacy. Typical sort of thing which takes batteries in the back, 4 AA's, and a different type of strap that you put your arm through and you know, use it like that. Of course, the difference being with this that it's not necessarily going to give you any indication if you are over or under. The nice thing about the Withings app is that it knows about you because you've told it about you. So it knows about you and it knows, you know, what it should be, what your blood pressure should be, and it gives you feedback based on what your readings are and how your readings progress. You don't have to write anything down with this, of course, although it's got some recording facilities. You're going to have to write things down over time if you want to keep them. But of course, that is cheaper than this would be. This is a relatively expensive compared item, unless of course you buy it, as I did, from the Amazon warehouse, and it was a very good deal from that point of view. So there we are. Very important that you do keep an eye on your blood pressure. No matter how old you are, really, you should be doing it, and the older you get, the more definitely you should be doing it. Keep an eye on it. Your ideal measurements are 120/80, apparently, for the average person. You don't need to worry about what the systolic and diastolic measurements mean. You can go and look that up if you want to, or indeed the Withings app will tell you an awful lot of information about what those things mean and how to best alter the top and the bottom measurement. High pressure, high blood pressure, obviously quite a potentially deadly thing. Low pressure can be significantly an issue too if it's too low. So do check your blood pressure regularly, and if you want to make it easy, you want to make it simple, you want to make recording it a piece of cake, then I thoroughly recommend the Withings Bluetooth connected blood pressure monitor. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and get lots more useful videos. Hopefully you're finding them useful, and if you could click that thumbs up button, both those things really make a great difference. Thanks very much for watching.